zaru ala tzadik u'ishrei lev simcha. U'ishrei lev simcha. Oy zaru ala tzadik u'ishrei lev simcha. U'ishrei lev simcha. Or zarua la tzadik u'ishrei lev simcha. Or zarua la tzadik u'ishrei lev simcha. Or zarua la tzadik u'ishrei lev simcha. U'ishrei lev simcha. Or zarua la tzadik u'ishrei lev simcha. U'ishrei lev simcha. Ya la la, ya la la. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Had a beautiful evening with a little bit of clarity outside. We can finally breathe a little bit. Hopefully it gets a little bit better also in the morning. I would love to surprise call up Sandy Holub and anyone else in her family if they would like to come up and light our Shabbat candles.
It's stuck.
We got that. Let's use that. No, we can do this. Why don't we do this and do that?
Oh, do this.
Light a match if you want.
I just enlightened you. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Come on, baby.
Got it.
There you go.
Got
I got
it.
one.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank you all so much.
No, we're going to let him shred it one more time.
Yeah, you guys can stay up for Kiddush all you want. Ready?
His bar mitzvah.
It's your bar mitzvah again.
We're
Ready?
going to be doing this in 3 years.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hakafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra kodesh zecher ziyat Mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashka mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'ratzon hinchatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
Time.
Amen.
Chaim.
L'chaim.
Why does he get to
Is it real?
Why don't you tell me
If it's grape juice, we say it's a good week. Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
We read together the bottom of page 124, 124. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or strained feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May the synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. We turn to page 138, Lachadodi.
Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nikabla, Shamor v'zachor, b'dibur echad, Ishmianu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad, u'shemo Shame or tiferet, veriti lai, yalalai lechadodi, yalalai nikat kala, yalalai pnei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat. מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה מחשבה תחילה ידעי לך דודי ידעי לקראת קלה Shabbat nikabela. Verse 5. Itoreri, kiva orech, kumi ori, shir daveri. Kivod Adonai, alayich niglai, yadai lechadodi, yadai nikrat kala, yadai pnei Shabbat nikabela.
We rise together to greet Shabbat HaMelkah.
Shalom, עצרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, צוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה Shabbat, b'nei
those who are still standing, please be seated. You learn in rabbinical school how, as I said last week, you learn how to announce page numbers, and then you learn how to really strengthen your arms to do this and this. Okay. Sandy, I told you for your 90th birthday, we have a few surprises for you, and I remember you mentioned something during the board meeting, a little Tzadik Katamar, bottom of page 140.
Tzadik Katamar yifrach ke'erez balvanon שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון בשיבה דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולת בו.
We read together the bottom of page 145. Entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence. We stay right here at Chetzi Kaddish 144.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחי לכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רב המברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילם עם כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן.
146, and we rise together.
Yai, 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 yai. Yai, da, 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 da. Yai, da, da, yai, da, da, da. Yai, da, 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 da. Yai, da, 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 yai, da, da, yai, da, da, yai, da, da, yai, da, 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 da. Yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 yai, da, 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 da. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. All together. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. יאי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי 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 לי. יאי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי 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 לי.
Please be seated. The bottom page 150 together. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, We will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we reflect on them, for they are life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam nevanecha v'dibareta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvelechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam neot al yadecha vehayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mizuzot beitecha uvishiarecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai Vitem keroshim Elohechem, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, Liot lachem le'Elohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem,
The top of page 159 together. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Our Michamocha is right here, 158.
Adonai et Yaakov, ugelo miat chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
The top of page 161 together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will, our Hashivenu, right here, 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu lishalom, v'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu lishalom, v'hamideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu lishalom, v'hamideinu shomreinu On page 162, we will also bring in the special prayer for Shabbat, Vishamru V'nei Yisrael. Vishamru V'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Lidorotam berit olam. Vishamru V'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat Lidorotam berit olam. Ve'ni ovein b'nei Yisrael Oti leolam, oti leolam. Lishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat lidorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat lidorotam berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat lidorotam berit olam.
The middle of page 165. prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. For those who are able, we rise together for Tefillah 164.
An Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Yallai, lai, lai, 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 yallai, lai, lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Hanura El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'konei hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevii geula libnei b'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ולמקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
The top of page 179, and we read together. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. Make contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praise you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Kasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Kasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Tahu melech Adon, b'chol hashalom, shalom rav Yisrael amcha, kasim leolam, shalom rav Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Please continue silently. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri, V'goali, V'goali, Yehiyu l'ratzon, Imrefi, Ve'gon libi lefanecha. Adonai Tzuri, Adonai Tzuri. V'goali, V'goali.
We're at that moment in our service where we think of those in our community, those especially who need of healing of body or spirit. We think of Richard Burke, Stuart Friedman, Emma Fryman, Myrna Grand, Catherine Hairston, Esther Hemleman, Sharon Kabler, Eli Klassner, Henry Mangurten, Howard Rubenfeld, Ann Sanders, Guy Schlachter, Hassan Troff, Malka Simcha, Rachel Bat Yitzhak the Pearl, and Arlene Weinberg. For those who are with us tonight, if you're thinking of a loved one, a friend, someone who means so much to you, and you wish to share their name out loud, we invite you either by rising or as my eyes meet yours. For those names mentioned out loud and for those names still in our hearts are Misha Berach, 371.
Mishe Berach Avo strength, who bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. V'shebeirach imorteinu mikol habracha lavotzeinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
There's a first for everything. This is my first time ever leading the Shechianu moment. I thought that would land better. Okay, who has a simcha you guys want to share? Let it rip. Who's going first? There's no order to the simcha story. Go. Happy birthday.
Birthday.
It's a double mitzvah. Okay. From where?
Okay.
I have a rabbinic colleague in Wichita, by the way. We should talk. Okay. Hazako Baruch. Wonderful.
Amazing.
Amazing. We're going to get to you. We're going to get to you. Beautiful.
Hey.
Any others? Where were you at? Did you have fun? Do you want to go back? Okay, we'll make sure that happens.
And my cousin also got married last weekend, which is why I wasn't able to be here for the welcome. And it is great to be back with everybody, but it was also lovely to get to celebrate a simcha as well.
Okay, we're all good? Okay. Sandy, come on up. I want you to bring your family. Come on up. And for those who are able, I'm going to ask the congregation to rise.
Thank you.
Just mom, just mom.
Around her.
Okay.
But the whole family. I was like, what's going on?
You want me more clear? I want to thank you for allowing me to be able to bless you in honor of your 90th birthday. This is my first at BE, and I couldn't think of a more Shem Tov, a remarkable and brilliant, empathic and kind individual that I am able to bless. I remember like it was yesterday when I came in December and I met you for the first time. And I don't know if it was your smile, because the Talmud teaches us when we greet someone with a cheerful smile, we bring God's presence into the world. But when I saw you, it was instant calm and friendship. I didn't get the position yet, but for some reason, and sometimes when God speaks to you, you got to maybe look for the signs or listen harder. Because when I saw you, something told me that we were standing together at Sinai. In all my years of being a rabbi, I've never seen someone so committed to one's synagogue. And on top of that, the advancement for Jewish people. You turn 90, 120. I want you to keep on doing what you were born with. And that's bringing so much love and joy into the world. Because every time I see you, whether it's Wednesdays, Fridays, board meetings, you have that zest of life. You have a beautiful and kind family. And we're so thrilled to bless such a beautiful person. We're not done yet.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and forever protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face shine upon you, and may God forever be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom, shalom.
And we all know too well that life can be hard. And at the same time, life can be beautiful. During both moments, may God's face forever lift you up and forever bring you shalom, bring you peace. Bazaka Baruch, happy birthday. And I want to tell everyone, this is the true senior rabbi at BJB.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Please be seated. Okay. Shabbat shalom, everybody. I feel that as I continue to get to know the congregation, each sermon spot is an opportunity for this congregation not just to get to know who I am or how I deliver said oration, but an opportunity for you to see my vision and what I think of the state of our congregation and the state of the Jewish people. And 99.9% of the time, I want Shabbat to be a time when we pounce on that joy. And for those who were here last night, we had the comedian Max Cohen, and the amount of times he talked about bringing the joy into our lives, it's something to celebrate, and it's something to remember, and it's something to hold on to. So Kim, I want to thank you once again and your committee for making it happen. With that being said, sometimes I can get the pulse of the congregation, even as novel, based on the messages I receive. And for the past couple of days, I've heard from this congregation. And there are many in this congregation who are rightly so outraged, horrified, shocked, all the adjectives that we can fill ourselves, that there was a piece of legislation in the House which had attempted to cut off aid to the state of Israel. The vote failed, 104 to 314. And I want to say, a couple years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, this was never a wedge issue. And never would I ever process or believe that the relationship with the freest, innovative country in the Middle East would become such a divisive, and I hate this word on the bema, political issue, because it's more than political for American Jews. And we know this all touches something so deep for us. Ever since 10/7, our world has been a brutal, emotional roller coaster. And I said in Birmingham, and I'll say here, since that day, we've been wearing two hats. The hat of our regular lives, our occupations, our friendship, the ebbs and flows, and the other hat is the Jewish world. And so it feels like a challenge to our security and our identity and our future. And so maybe a couple years ago, or maybe last year, I would have come up here and I would have said, we need to mobilize. We need to write our congressional representatives. We need to demand justice. We need to protest. We cannot allow this to happen in any capacity whatsoever. To make it even worse, there was another part of that bill to remove funding to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, a country not known for its civil liberties. That vote did fail as well. 6 voted in favor to cut off aid, while 421 kept it. It's a paradox. It's cognitive dissonance. It's putting our indigenous homeland as a wedge issue. But we're not going to go onto the marches. I'm not going to say that we have a call to action to write our congressional representatives, our senators. I don't know how much that does it for us. And so that leads me to something that we must do in our pivot. After the first destruction in 586 BCE, the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE, Bar Kokhba's failed revolt in 135 CE, the Church Fathers subjugating Jews to second and third class citizens, the Crusades, the pogroms, Kishinev, the Holocaust, October 7th, all happened. But for too long, we've used these horrible moments in Jewish history to understand Judaism solely through victimhood. That our response is channeled from being a victim. And here we are at BJBE. As I said during my interview, this is the only congregation I can think of that has a quote inside of its sanctuary, Babialik. Right there. Israel's national poet, an ardent Zionist, that we're going to celebrate Jewish life not because of what the bad things happen to us, because of what the joys it gives to us. And here we are at Parshat Devarim, the first Torah portion in the book of Deuteronomy that talks about Moses' repetition of the laws that we will do. And on top of that, according to our rabbis, 70 new laws. But here is what is so important about Parshat Devarim and the concluding Parshiot, which are series of homilies to remind the people Israel of their obligation to live a Jewish life in the land of Israel. None of these laws, none of the positive prescriptions, is to talk about celebrating the joys of life through the lens of being a victim. It's a total opposite. Torah is supposed to bring us joy. It's supposed to bring us comfort. It's supposed to give us an understanding of how we're supposed to live our lives. And the great Jonathan Sacks of blessed memory just nails it for us during this moment. The highest dignity is not to be a victim, but to be an agent of change. So right now, even when members of Congress, and for those who track the anti-Semitic index fund of what's happening, tracker, it doesn't stop us from learning Torah. It's never stopped us from keeping Shabbat. It's never stopped us from wearing our Magen David proudly. It's never stopped us from coming to synagogue. It's never stopped us from giving tzedakah. It's never stopped us from visiting Israel. It's never stopped us from teaching our children why Judaism and Israel matters. And it's never stopped us from building a Jewish community, because every mitzvah declares something powerful. And that is that the Jewish story will always continue. So as your new senior rabbi, I can promise you this, is that there will be more moments like this when we are outraged. But our covenant remains forever. Governments will rise and fall. Political ideologies will change. So will the headlines. But Torah mitzvot, the Jewish people and the state of Israel, will always endure. And for those people in Congress that voted against the aid, I want them to know the following message. When you look at that remarkable skyline in Tel Aviv, those buildings aren't going anywhere. When you see the chutzpahdik and proud Jews wearing those, even the men, the little bikinis that they wear, playing paddleball, right on the beach, the no shame, that's not going anywhere too. The diversity of the Jewish people, the Mizrahi, the Sephardic, the Ashkenaz, the Indian Jews, we're not going away. And so the greatest response to those who want to weaken the Jewish people is not simply through a political response. And I will say this over and over and over again. It is the strengthening of the Jewish life and the world around us. We have a covenant, and we have a sacred duty to honor that covenant. And this is precisely what the book of Deuteronomy is about. The Jewish people will live forever. Shabbat Shalom, we rise together, Aleinu 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
On this Shabbat, we recall those who passed away in these 7 days and Shloshim: Linda Kudart, Robert Seidman, Judge Shelvin Singer, Neil Howard Sattler, Donna Anton, and Barry Enton. On this Shabbat, we recall the yortzites of Helen Abrams, Yvette Bandis, Lynn Bernstein, Fanny Blau, Louis Braudy, Helen Brown, Joel Bruss, Rita Carroll, Janet Chaitman, Rochelle Cherbo, Louis Kogan, Rafi Cohen, Maxine Decker, Dennis Drescher, Gary Eisman, Milton Epstein, Zoe Feinstein, Sharon Glickman, Melba Gold, Rose Goldfarb, Saul Gottskind, Gerald Hechtman, Rita Kahn, Edward Kaplan, Lillian Krakow, Golda Kravinsky, Marilyn Lev, Marlene Levitt, Hyman Lieber, Monroe Nachman, Paul Pierce, Marcos Rosenstein, Ida Rubenfeld, Faye Ruby, Moore Sabbath, Ruth Sajewicz, Irma Schwarzkopf, Arthur Siegel, Marcia Silverstein, Bernard Weinstein, Leona, Weiser, Noel Zettel, and Phil Zimmerman. May all their memories forever be a blessing. If it is your custom to rise for a Mortar's Kaddish, we invite you to do so as we turn to page 598. Yikadal Vikadash Shemei Rabbah, Bioma Divrach Hirote Vamlich Malchute, V'chayachon Uv'yomechon Uv'chay, they called Beit Yisrael, Bagala Uzman Kari V'yamru, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivarach Li'olam Alamei Maya, Yiparach V'hishabach Hiparard Hitromam Hitnaseh, V'dadar V'talev V'talal, Shemei Kucha Barichu. Le'ela minkol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damin ram bioma v'yamru, Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim alena v'yakol Yisrael v'yamru, Osei shalom b'imromav, huya sei shalom, alena v'yakol Yisrael v'yamru.
Osei shalom b'imromav, Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen.
President Steve, you want to do announcements or you want me to do them? Got it. Okay. He gave me the Sophie Cunningham point. That was pretty funny. Okay. You probably are the one that gets that, right? Torah on tap this Tuesday, Rabbi Canali and Cantor McKenzie. It's going to be at BJBE. I've seen the Torahs and I've seen all the suds. It's going to be a great night. Tish B'Av. I know it's a sad holiday, but we still get to reinforce our love for Judaism. So that's going to be Wednesday, July 22nd at 8 p.m. by, again, Rabbi Canali and Cantor McKenzie. The women of BJBE have a great event coming up Wednesday, July 29th. It's called Living Well, a Guide to Senior Living Choices. Outdoor Shabbat, Friday, July 31st. I hope it's going to be a nice 75-degree evening. I know, outdoor Shabbat, not the easiest. I'll take the feedback. And if you'd like to sponsor an oneg, please sign up online or call for our office. Okay. We got one more special thing.
We're going to close with another Israeli piece written by Naomi Shemer on page 651. על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על ביתנו התינוקת, שמור נא לי הטוב. על האש המבוערת, על המים הזכים, על האיש השב הביתה מן המרחקים, על כל אלה, שמור נא לי אלי הטוב, על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על נטע הקור נטוע, אל תשכח את התקווה, השיבני ואשובה אל הארץ הטובה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz v'te'avon. Shabbat shalom, everyone.